Today is where our 10 for 10 tour takes a bit of a turn. Up until today, we've been highlighting churches that Extreme Nazarene planted and grew for 2 years, but have since been running on their own independent of our organization. That is, in essence, what we do here at Extreme Nazarene. We start a church, train up its leaders, and leave behind a church that is self-sufficient. The rest of our stops along the way aren't quite there yet. They're active plants where our 40/40 missionaries are still working to grow and strengthen the church. Our next stop takes us a little further south to Cordoba, Argentina.
It's basically the heart of South America.
And Extreme Nazarene's 11th church plant in this country.
Coming here felt very different.
For one, this part of Argentina is much more westernized than other parts of South America. As for starting a new church here,
it's just hard to make contacts in this context because people are so closed. They already have their religion.
And there are many different religions here in Cordoba, all really close to one another too. Within walking distance is a Catholic church, a Muslim mosque, a Jewish synagogue, a Mormon church. You can add Puerta Abierta to that list, one of Extreme Nazarene's most recent church plants.
Describiría que es una iglesia vibrante, una iglesia donde las personas cada día están se enamorando más de Dios.
Pastor Junior and his team from Extreme Nazarene started planting their church back in May of 2015. They eventually realized it was going to take a little more time and some long nights to get things off the ground.
We have a sense of urgency because we understand the work that needs to be done and the short time we have. But the people here don't function that way, and they're not in a hurry.
And even though many people here are not open to hearing about the gospel,
it's a very relational culture. Sometimes you'll sit down with people and talk to them for 3 hours.
Or even longer, say until 4 in the morning, as Danny and Juan once experienced with one of their house visits.
Hola, David.
This invested time on the part of the 40/40 missionaries is paying off, and the church is growing. Case in point, Marcelo.
No me interesaba nada de eso, nada de religión ni espiritual.
But Marcelo's wife, Emilce, was interested. She has been meeting regularly for months with Extreme Nazarene missionaries Rachel and Damaris.
Pero bueno, viendo cómo le afectó a Emilce, fue como ganas de acercarme y empezar a probar a Dios de ciertas formas.
Basically, he started getting involved with the church, and then when he came to the encounter, that's when he kind of just went really far forward in his faith.
Encounter weekends are critical in the development of Extreme Nazarene church plants, as well as those new to the church and new to the faith.
I mean, it's kind of like your small group on steroids in that you spend 2 days, solid days, with the same group of 5 to 15 people.
Learning about the basics of the Christian faith, what it means to know and follow Jesus.
Mi parte favorita es cuando hay una fiesta. La última parte cuando hay fiesta, cuando hay arrepentimiento, cuando recibimos ese anillo, esa reconciliación con Dios.
Hemos visto vidas transformadas, personas en adicciones transformadas, personas que tuvieron un encuentro tan cercano con Dios.
Such was the case for Gerardo.
Y encontré otro camino para seguir.
Esas diferencias.
The encounter weekends are not only about changing hearts, they're also used to prepare future leaders in the church.
And it's really the start of the leadership process.
A process that Sol is going through. She's now attended 2 encounters and wants to be more involved at Puerta Abierta.
Yo tengo 23 años de cristiana y nunca me imaginé sirviendo adentro de la iglesia.
Because Extreme Nazarene only spends 2 years in its church plant cities before handing it over to the national district, it's imperative that the missionaries replace themselves and train up future leaders while they're in the field. The encounter, along with their day-to-day job of evangelism and discipling, helps to do just that. Build the church, strengthen the church.
My expectation is that this church, the leaders of this church, are going to be at least twice as good as we are. I think that it's going to grow.
To find and come alongside the future Marcelos, Gerardos, and Sols.
No queremos 20, 30, 40, 200, 300 personas en una ciudad de 1,5 milhão de habitantes. Queremos mucho más. Queremos Córdoba.
The Puerta Abierta Church in Cordoba, Argentina. Just another example of how Extreme Nazarene is changing hearts, changing the world.